had recorded this video, but I don't know what happened and just stopped. And you guys know that I don't know how to edit videos, so I'm just doing it again. I think it's just a sign that I was making no sense and that I need to redo it. So I was gonna make this video on self-image and how that might be affecting you and stuff like that, but I feel very called to instead talk about perfectionism, something that every time I go on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, I actually have realized that it's a lot the people that go through this, which is not a very nice feeling, and it's almost like an addiction. Not even an addiction, but just a state of fear where like it's about things that are not even here anymore. But well, I like starting with how to know if you're a perfectionist. Well, if you're a perfectionist, you probably already know it. It's already probably like something that you have as that you feel that you identify with, or other people tell you about it, whatever it is, or you're just aware that you're very hard on yourself. And sometimes you might even think, well, but how is it a bad thing that I'm a perfectionist? I just want to be amazing at everything. But that's, even though that's not a bad thing, it usually comes from a deep belief that you're not good enough as you are, that you cannot just let yourself be like everybody else, because you are not like everybody else. You have to overwork yourself, and you have to outperform yourself in order to just be as worthy as everybody else of existing, clearly. So symptoms that you might be a perfectionist: one is that you are a procrastinator. You leave things for later. You take your time to work on things you're doing, to start projects, because you don't have the perfect idea. You don't think you're gonna do good enough yet, so you're like, okay, we're gonna do it when I feel like I have the I have the perfect idea for that project, or that where everything just feels like it's the right moment, or like I'm not prepared, I'm not good enough, whatever beliefs go through your mind that you might not even notice. Because if you're a perfectionist, you might be also egocentrical and be like, well, I just want to be amazing, great, that's not a bad thing, and whatever. I mean, if you want to live like that, sure, do whatever you want. But I'm just telling you that usually this perfectionism just comes from fear, and not from actually wanting to be great at what you do, out of loving yourself and wanting to be better, but also actually from not liking yourself, not feeling good enough, so you feel like you have to outdo. So one symptom could be being a procrastinator. You leave things for later, or you don't do things, you don't start things, because maybe you also lack the confidence to go after what you want, because you just don't feel like you have this belief that you gotta be perfect. I believe that you probably look at other people and you're like, they don't feel like that. They don't think they gotta be perfect. They don't think they gotta do all of these things, all of these tools that I have in my head in order to go for what they want, or just allow themselves to be, to relax, to feel happy with themselves. They don't gotta do that. So why do I gotta do that? So that's one. But, and the other thing, I remember I had like something else in mind. It wasn't a symptom, but it was more like the cause. Yeah, essentially I want to explain, like give a definition, like my own definition of what a perfectionist is. Basically, if you're a perfectionist, it's almost like what's going on inside is that you are putting all of these shoulds. I should do this, I should do that, I should be this, I gotta do this, I gotta just like put my bar here and try to reach it, like my life being a constant chase to reach this high bar that I'm putting. And like I said, you might think, well, it's a good thing, it just means like I want to be better. But really, if you stop yourself, like slow down and like ask yourself why, like why, like who told me I had to be that, or why, what's this desire for me to do that? Why can't I just be a normal person and just live my life? Or why can be my priorities like being happy or something like that? Because maybe this is just like it's making you miserable, it's making you fearful, it's making you feel like you can't go live your life. There's like a lot of things you're not enjoying because your time is so consumed by trying to do all of these things to perform, and doing all these things trying to reach the perfection you seek. Is like, why am I reaching this perfection for? What's it gonna get me? Like, why did I even start like this? Like, yeah, you're just so consumed by it that you don't even stop and ask yourself your motives. So as you say, like, before I start talking about why you might be doing this, just look at it, like look at the pattern for what it is. It's like you're setting this bar up high that you're never gonna reach, because it could be so many things. You could be searching for perfection in so many aspects of your life. One of them simply being you wanting to be physically perfect, wanting to like every, like even at school, wanting to have like A's in everything, or 10 if you're from Latin America, then we'll go from 0 to 10. Just wanting to at everything not have a single flaw, not have any single flaw that anybody can pinpoint at. So if you think about it, you might think like yes, it is possible if I put a lot of effort. But like most of the times, whatever perfection you're seeking for, it's not realistic. It's just not realistic. Nobody can be perfect. And even if you were able to just have all of the time and energy to put into all of these things to reach perfection, just to feel good enough, just to feel good about yourself, is that what you want? Like, is that really something you want? I mean, if it's something you want, like, go ahead and do it. But is it making you happy? Is it really something you want? Or maybe the deep core belief and feeling you naturally have of not feeling good enough as you are, feeling like who you are is not enough, so you gotta do all of these things just to be enough, and that's what's making you do that. Maybe that's what it is, you know? And it's both the cause and the effect. It's both the reason why you're doing it, and also as an effect, it makes you feel even, it makes you feel, it confirms more that you're not good enough. As in, like, this is what I mean. It's like you got this belief, this feeling that you're not good enough somewhere, maybe in childhood or who knows. You got this feeling, this belief from that you were not good enough. So you were like, you know what? I'm gonna be good enough. If I do this, I do that. Let's make a plan. Let's seek for something that's gonna make us feel like we're good enough. Let's be the best at this. Let's be the best at that. Let's just eradicate every single flaw and be perfect. And that way, I'll feel good about myself. So let's put the bar here and reach it so I can feel good enough. So it's a cause. But then you see the bar up there and you're constantly trying to reach it, constantly trying to perform, constantly trying to do so many things to reach it, which you're never gonna reach, because perfection is just it's just like not a real thing. So you don't reach it and you're like, so I'm not good enough. It makes you feel even worse about yourself, because it feels like you're constantly trying to reach it and you can never. So it makes you even feel less of. It makes you feel it's almost like it's confirming your belief that I'm not good enough because these are my expectations and I'm not reaching it. But what if you take all of those expectations? Don't get me wrong, I like being the best self that I can be. I like pushing myself and everything, but sometimes I gotta stop and ask myself, okay, but when is it that I'm doing it because I think I have to do it, and what are the times that I'm doing it just because I want to, because it's something that fulfills me, makes me happy, and it's not overwhelming me. So it both the cause and effect, I would just say. I want to say also, like, if you're a perfectionist, a procrastinator, all of these things that I mentioned, I just want you to realize that perfectionism, that all of that I mentioned, it sounds like a big thing, but really is built by many I should do this, I should be this, I should be doing this, I should, just a lot of shoulds. And I read this exercise in a book by Lois Hay, that it talked about shoulds. It said that we all have a lot of shoulds in our heads that are not even real, but she gave this exercise, and you can do it if you want to, where you take a notebook and you write all of your shoulds. Write I should, and just whatever comes to mind, just write it all. Everything that you think you should be doing. Like I should, like that you should do, or that you should be, like I should be doing this, like I should be working out, I should be spending time on this and that, and or like I should be smarter, I should be nicer, or I should be whatever it is. And just, and after you write that should list, then ask yourself further, why do I believe that I should be doing this, or that I should do that?